Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For support of Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Are we good? We're good. All right, so no jumpers. Not this time. We've had a couple today. We'll see. There's a lot of, there's almost like a backwards energy a little bit. Like there's a little bit of a backwards energy. Okay. I've already shuffled these. Okay. Okay. So there's something here. Like, I feel like you got involved in something, but why did you get involved with it? You got the Moon card with the Peace. Like, I feel like, ironically, I do have some Aries tendencies, so it's kind of funny that I'm feeling this. It's kind of funny because I've done this. Life is kind of calm, kind of over in the boring. It's like kind of sliding over to boring just a little bit. In certain areas, it's like, well, this isn't like lighting my fire over here. This is like, there might be things going on around you. It doesn't mean you have nothing to do, but what you're doing or what you're involved with, you're just kind of like, this is getting quite stale. This is kind of bland. Not really over the moon. Like, the moon is saying that you want more mystery. I'm feeling that on your side, like you want more mystery. Right now, when this starts off, you're at peace. You're like, yeah, things are nice, things are calm, things are level, but I need a little bit more mystery, a little bit more excitement in my life. And whatever it is you're dealing with, you're just kind of like, it's ho-hum. It's like, I guess. I mean, it's not bad. I think that's the interesting thing. It's not bad. It's just it's not knocking your socks off. It's just kind of like, it's a little bit tepid. I want to say tepid for some reason. Tepid, there you go. And the thing is, somebody around you, it's interesting. Like, life was very calm and easy and boring and peaceful. But there's this Page of Swords energy around you. Now, this is one of those cards that, it's very much flavored by what's going on around it. Pages are kind of follower energy. They can be messengers, especially this one. It can be a messenger. But when I'm feeling this, like, something feels like something is being said, and it's not the prettiest. It's not the best. It's like, I feel like somebody's having a little bit of an attitude, and they're very quietly away from you, kind of starting something. Okay. This doesn't have enough energy to really do anything to you. I more see other people kind of like noticing you more, but like, it's almost like somebody's starting little rumors and other people are going, well, that doesn't make sense for the Aries that I know. And they're kind of like looking in, or like they're touching base with you, and they're like, well, yeah, see, I didn't think that was the situation. Somebody's trying to like cast doubt, but the people that are hearing this information, they're like, that doesn't make sense for the Aries I know. And they're just kind of spot checking, and they're like, yeah, that's not true. So it's very weird that things are coming forward the way they are, because I feel like this is what's happening. This is why this is coming forward. You're getting a message. Somebody is telling you that so-and-so is trying to cause you some problems. This does seem to be coming forward to you. This may be very curious, but it's coming forward to you with the king, or not the king, the Knight of Cups. Somebody on your side is telling you what's going on. This is also why you get the Knight of Swords. You might take this more to heart than you need to, because somebody's telling you, hey, so-and-so is trying to start with you. So-and-so is trying to cast doubt over what you're doing. So-and-so is trying to be a pain in the butt. I don't feel like this person really has the power to cause you problems. It may look like they do, and you might feel like they do, just to be fair. That's why you got the Knight of Swords, because you take it seriously. Like, oh, if the wrong person hears this, or people think that, this could actually be a problem for me, and that's not true, and I don't like it when people spread lies. That's a thing for Aries. You're not into it. When somebody starts spreading lies, especially if it's about you, and it could cause some problems, that could light a fire. So I feel like this energy should be very careful. But don't let that double back on you. You know, don't burn yourself. But they're saying somebody who cares about you, somebody who's on your side is bringing you this information. Be careful not to take it too seriously with the Nine of Swords, because I feel like this energy doesn't have the ability to really cause you problems. But I also get that things are moving very fast. These two things are not connected. I feel like that's a big thing they want you to know. If this is hitting for you, you got somebody spreading stuff or trying to cause problems. It may be just much more of an annoyance than anything else. But you're also going to notice things are going very fast and there are actual problems happening. I'm getting that these are not related, but they're going to feel like they are to you, but they're not. Don't believe that person has more power than they actually do, because they don't. That's the only thing I worry about at this point. To think that person has more power than they do could actually give them power. That's not allowed. Don't give them power. No. Now, things are going a little bump, 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 bump. There's a little bump, 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 bump here. What I'm getting happens next is you're like, all right, let me see what's going on. Let me look at this. You got the Eight of Pentacles here. You've got a lot behind you. You've got a lot you've built up here. Things are going bump, 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 bump. Why are things bumping? Why are we having this thud? What's going on? Right? Bump, 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 bump. And it's kind of like, if you're going to use the car analogy, it's like, all right, I think the tire is not flat, but it's too low in air. Then you have to assess, all right, can we pump it up? Can it be fixed? Do I need to replace it? What do I need to do? And I feel like there's a lot of information coming forward to you from the Queen of Swords in the energy. Like, this is the environment energy saying, oh, okay, oh, you're having problems now? Oh, geez, what's going on? No, I feel like that person isn't it. Other people are coming forward and like, well, what's the bump, bump, bump? What's the bump, bump, bump about? And I feel like you're saying, well, this is what's going on. This is a normal thing. Once in a while, you're driving down the road, you hit something, you don't see it in the road, your wheel has a little problem, then you got to fix it. I'm fixing it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You are addressing things pretty quickly, and you're on point about it. It's just something that was going to happen. You assess it. You see what the problem is. You fix the problem. Now, for some reason, it's not really bad the way this is in the environment, but it's not really good either. This is one of those 6 to 1, half a dozen to the other. It's almost like the problem is addressed. It's a normal problem. You handled it as you needed to, but you're not really getting the accolades for it, which really kind of bothers me. It's kind of like, oh, well, that's what you do in those situations. Nothing's going against you, but like a problem that happened here that you fixed fairly quickly is what I'm getting. You're not getting the accolades that you deserve, and it kind of has me like, why? I feel like they don't want to build up the situation too much because somebody's looking to change the situation. This is what's coming in the environment. So you got this going on here. This is in your environment. Creation with the King of Pentacles. Somebody's changing the rules. Things are going to go differently. And I feel like this is something, the sooner you're aware of it, the better. Stereotypically, Aries can move fairly well with change. But it's one of those things where if you decide that's what you want, cool, let's do it. If it's changing in a way that you don't want, though, that's a whole nother story. I don't really think about Aries as having a problem with change, but if it's one of those things where you don't want the change and you're like, you don't see a reason for the change, if you don't believe like, well, this wasn't going to go south, we could have kept going this way, it doesn't have to change, and you don't want it to, that could be a problem. Because I feel like that's the energy I'm getting here. Like, you're looking at it like, I don't think it has to change. I don't really want it to change. It's becoming like a pain in your side. What I'm getting is like, and I was trying to find a positive way through this, but they're telling me that flat out you're not going to want this change. This is not a change you want. You got the Five of Pentacles. You got is that the 9? What number is that? This is the 8 of Swords, the 9 we already had out there. And then the 4 of Swords. It's like resistance, feeling lack, feeling stuck. Somebody else is pulling the strings. Somebody else is making the decision. All this energy here is telling me you don't want this. You're not open to it. You're not thinking it's going to work. That's another thing with Aries. You're not against change if you're in that stereotypical energy. But if you think it's going to like it's gonna, like, if you're like, we're going on a good road, we're on the high road now, and now we're gonna go head towards a dump. Like, why? Like, that makes no sense. I don't want to go from this good time down to something that's less. Like, we can continue on this road, keep having a good time, but you want us to go down there? I don't want to go down there. That's the thing. It's a change that you don't believe in, and you're thinking, this is not going to work. I also feel like you don't really have, like, it seems like it's going to happen anyway. It doesn't seem like you can get around it. I am getting the self-love card right on top of it. Like, I feel like what you have to do to get past this is just realize that you're going to be fine. And if you have to change what you're doing, or if you have to make, executive decisions on your own to move situations or change a whole situation or get yourself into a different situation, then you do have the possibility to do this. When this change originally occurs, when it first starts, though, I don't see you liking it. I don't see you liking it at all. I just can't even find an angle where it's going to have to change and then you're going to have to get used to it, is one of those things. But I'm noticing this in the environment. The King of Cups is there, which is telling me there are things here for you with this change. It's going to take a while before you're really open to that. I feel like that's an honest reaction. It has nothing to do with this person. This person in the past had nothing to do with it. This bump in the road, that didn't have anything to do with it either, is what I'm getting. I feel like this was already happening. This was already planned. Before this person got involved, before this person started with their little 2 cents and what they thought, the King of Pentacles had been working on this long before that. This change, especially coming forth with the King of Pentacles just doesn't pull these things out of thin air. They were thinking about it, they were moving towards it, and you're just seeing it when they're ready to implement it, but they've been working on this a long time. So this is going to happen. This was going to happen way before any of this, the rest of this happened. So I'm getting, there's nothing you could have done differently that would have changed anything. The bump moment, that didn't affect it either. None of that caused what's happening now. None of this is your fault. There's nothing you could have done differently, is what I'm getting. Again, I do feel like there's a lot of opportunities still here for you when you're ready for them. It's accepting the situation and, like, kind of going along with it. As a person, I do have a lot of Aries energy that I usually exhibit, so I'm feeling like that can be a tough pill to swallow. But it's kind of like having time to yourself, standing back with yourself, just thinking it over on your own, and finding something that works for you and going with it, and just centering on what works well for you here. That will make the difference for you. The situation isn't going to change, and I'm also getting the Hierophant with the Four of Pentacles. These two cards together is telling me this new change. It's the King of Pentacles bringing it in. So it's a change that's meant to last. It's meant to stick around for years. This change that's coming in, creation with the King of Pentacles, again, the King of Pentacles, takes a long time to make a decision, but when they do, they stick with it. They're looking to stick with it for a long time. This isn't going to change anytime soon. This isn't going to be like an overnight flash in the pan. They're implementing decisions that are going to take hold and going to take hold for years to come. So keep that in mind, because they're going to hold to it. They're not going to back down from it, but there is a lot here for you. Again, with the King of Cups there is a lot here for you, and you can definitely have that. Again, as a person who kind of relates to that energy, I'm like, I feel like you just need time by yourself for you to sort out your own thoughts, your own feelings. I'm not saying you're going to come to it like that, but I feel like it's going to be a step-by-step process. Like every now and then, just pulling back. What do I think about this? What do I think? What is good here? Trying to find that good and be like, and just holding to that. And it's going to be a step-by-step process where you're going to get there, because there are things here for you. There are things here. It's just coming to peace with the change and being okay with it, and then just moving forward from there. There are things here for you, though. I just feel like it's going to take some time before you see them. What the information, the energy I'm feeling come forward say is this, as soon as you're more open to it, the more you're open to it, the more you're going to see it. It's just you're not going to be open to it at first. And it's a natural, honest reaction. So it's just working through that and giving yourself that moment to step back. What do you think without anybody else? I don't feel like talking it out with someone else is going to work. I feel like you need to step back and, like, what do I see? What do I see happening? Seems like there's a possibility over here. All right, let me check that out and see what I can do with it. All right, and I think we're there. All right, I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.